Big Ed here. Today we have the Remington Model 700 ADL Varmint configuration, 26-inch barrel, chambered in .308 Winchester. We are going to start with upgrading this rifle. I have a review on this rifle. There's a part 1 and a part 2, and we're going to start with upgrading this rifle. We're going to basically upgrade everything and try to do a budget, high-quality, long-range build. That is the goal of this. The first weakest point I saw on this rifle was the optic. It came with a factory 4x12x40 scope from Remington, and that's not going to cut it. So these are the mounts. For the sake of time, I've already loosened them up. We're just going to go ahead and unscrew the old mounts right here. Just need some Allen wrenches, and this came from the factory with these mounts on here. So we're going to take these off. We'll save them. I mean, these are something you can always save. Or I'm a big fan of selling something like that on eBay. Somebody will want them. You know, they're not bad mounts for a budget builder or hunting rifle. They'd be absolutely fine. But we're going to try to squeeze 1,000 yards out of the .308 and out of a 26-inch barrel with a 1 in 10 twist. That should be possible. But we will definitely be open to selling these to some other bidders if they want them. So you can see there's a little bit of residue left over up here. We're going to just take a little gun cleaner right here and just see if we can get that off. When you mount any base, you want to make sure you have and you mount anything, you want to have a clean surface. So we're going to go ahead and just use a little gun cleaner, see if that'll be enough to take off these marks. And so I have my optic. It's an SWFA optic. It's a fixed 12 power. I think it's a very high quality optic for the money. And we have the TPS steel base. And right now we're just going to see how it fits. This looks getting a lot better. There's a couple little stains there, probably a little moisture, a little oil was sitting in between that mount, but it feels really smooth. So we have the TPS mount right here. And that's again steel, and I did a quick review on this in another video. And so it's the first time I've even taken it out of here. Yeah, this was about $70, 20 MOA base. You know, try to get it out there. You can see the angle in it right there. That's the back of it. You know, it's fatter than the front of it. And the big thing is, you're gonna want to make sure. Yeah. There's a little bit of play in this. We'll go ahead and we'll put a couple of screws in it, and we might have to bed it, but I'm going to put a little tension on it first and see what it feels like on the front. If anything, it's lifting up from the back of it when I put the front down. But we don't want that, but we can get a little JB weld, and we can bed it if we have to, but let's just go ahead. And it comes with an Allen wrench right here, which is very nice. I've got some, actually it's not an Allen wrench, this is a star fitting right there. It's so tiny I couldn't even tell right away. But basically when I pushed on the back, the front was mated, and the back was up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and put a little torque on the front of this base, see what it feels like. We also have thread locker too. I definitely recommend putting that in with thread locker, but we're just going to go. It's important, you know, there's no reason to spend $70 on a one-piece scope base if you're just going to throw it on. You know, it's very important, you know, it's small, but that every step you take, you try to do it precisely. Let's put a little more torque on it. There we go. It's out. Wow. So that's really good. So what we'll do is we'll do the same thing with the back now. We'll loosen up the front. So I tighten down this. I've got it tight. There's no more slack in it, so it doesn't look like it needs to be bedded. With the machining nowadays, stuff is getting really good. So I got, looks like I might get lucky with this rifle. I might not have to bed this base. Done it to a couple other rifles, but this is a brand new from Dick's Sporting Goods, and it is a, this is designed to be a long-range target rifle. So, hopefully they. And I'm a big fan of Remington, and I think Remington 700. I mean, if you want a factory bolt action gun, it's going to be accurate right out of the box. And this, I proved it. I mean, I had one group that was, at least MOA with like a $30 scope on it, and I was really happy with that, and surprised. I didn't think I would get that. Actually, we're tightening. Yeah, this feels pretty good. Alright, so we got the back tight, same thing. Push on the front. We'll verify these are loose. Those are loose. I don't have any slop in this at all. This is beautiful today. Very happy with that. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and we'll back out these fasteners now, and we will put thread locker on them. The camera off. I put a little more cleaner on the surface right here, just to make sure it was really clean, and I'm confident that it is. So now we're going to get a little bit of our thread locker on, and we're going to put this base on. Now, I'm excited to do this. Besides my AR, I've never had a real good, accurate, long-range rifle. And I want to give thanks again to Tiberius Rex on YouTube, and there's one other guy, 8441 Tactical, that has some excellent build-ups, but there's nobody like Tiberius Rex that runs a page like he does and gives out that wealth of information, and just goes for, every one of his videos is 20 to 40 minutes long, and it's just unbelievable the information he's giving out. So I'm putting a little thread locker on all these. These are tiny little buggers. We'll get them in there. And I would also do this with the bolt closed, because it's going to put this is really minor. It's going to torque the whole receiver of the rifle, but basically it's going to be shot, and you want maximum accuracy obviously you can't shoot it when the bolt's open. So that's where I would say you'd want the bolt in the closed position, kind of like when you put a, when you bore and hone a cylinder head, you want to put a torquing plate on it. A lot of people, and you get extra engine longevity with that. I would say the same thing here. So we'll go ahead and let's start tightening these up now. Now this is a beautiful fit on this rifle right here. I'm really happy I didn't have to bed it. And then you want to make sure you do a clean bedding job. So we'll go ahead and we'll just basically get them finger tight right now. That's it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and torque them. We're going to start from the inside and go out. And I'll do it in steps. You can see Remington right there, short action TPS products, and this is a steel base right here. It's a beautiful piece. It is not cheap. $70 for a base is not inexpensive. So now we'll start the sequence again. We're going to go max torque right now. Basically, I just go finger tight right here. You can get a torque wrench, but I'm pretty good. I've been working on car engines for a long time, and I'm pretty good with my fingers. do want to try to do it kind of quick before the thread locker dries. That's a wrap right there. That is our base. Let's put the cap back on the thread locker. Wipe off our excess. That's it right there. That is our one-piece TPS scope base right there. See, that's a beautiful fit right there. It's really nice. It's nice, yeah. So this will be the first upgrade to this. And the next video, I'm going to try not to make them too long and boring. We're going to install the TPS scope rings right here. Give these a little, again, steel rings, and these are about $90 for the pair, but these also came recommended and made in the US, which I'm a big fan of, made in the US. So I finished mounting the base on there, and this is all just dry fitted right now, the bottom of the scope rings, but you can see the clearance of the barrel and the scope right now, and how high that scope is off that barrel. Also, it's too high. I'm not getting a good cheek weld there looking through that scope. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to return these bases and go for the extra lows, but I just wanted to get that on there, so this is not all the time easy and straightforward.